Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Here, my name is Muhammad Rifky Ardiakusuma, and also I got my friend here.
And my name is Akbar dari Ramadhan.
So basically, we're gonna talk, we're gonna discuss, we're gonna present you about the philosophy of science, of course, in international relations. So the first one, what is the meaning of philosophy of science? The philosophy of science is concerned with all the assumptions, foundation, method, implication of science, and with the use and merit of science. Second one, what is the relation between philosophy and science? Science is about empirical knowledge. Philosophy is also about the priori knowledge, if it exists, of course. Science is all about the continent fact, and philosophy is all about necessary truth, if they exist, of course. And science is about descriptive fact, and also philosophy is also about normative truth, if they exist, of course. So the next one, the definition of ontology is. Ontology is basically it's a branch of metaphysics concerned with the nature and relation of being. Ontology deals with abstract entities. Also, particular theory about the nature of being or the kinds of things that have existence. Other word from ontology, more example sentence, learn more about ontology. Ontology has main question here, and the main question is why, because always always questioning about why it's happen like this, why it's gonna be like this, yeah, and etc. And ontology is always looking for the main idea of something, always looking for the best idea. And ontology also has to getting a new idea, a new and better idea. Okay, so next one will be my friend Akbar Derry. So it's time is yours.
So it's my turn to explain. Then I'm gonna explain about the definition of epistemology. If we search what is epistemology in Google, we'll find that the definition of epistemology is the philosophical study of the nature, origin, and limits of human knowledge. The term is derived from the Greek epitism and logos, and accordingly, the field is sometimes referred to as the theory of knowledge. An example of epistemology is a thesis paper on the source of knowledge in his Epistemology. Plato maintains that our knowledge of universal concept is a kind of recollection. And the next is the definition of axiology. Axiology in turn is the study of the nature, types, and criteria that values of judgment, especially in ethics. These values are divided into two main kinds, ethics and aesthetics. Ethics is the questioning of moral and personal values. And the last one, I'm going to talk about the philosophy dimension on thinking. If you talk about globalization on international relation, the 3 points that we have been talked before was related. The first one, ontology. We talk about an opposite concept of globalization that about peace. If we are not do the peace, then we will see many kind of chaos things. The next one is epistemology. The disaster of diplomacy is kind of suffering condition, and it's our opportunity to help them. When somebody have a disaster, we should be help them, because if we do a good thing, we will also achieve a good thing as well. And the next is axiology. I'm sorry. Normalization I have an example on Uni Emirate Arabs to Israel. The agreement to normalize the relation between the UAE and Israel was signed on August 13, 2020. This makes UAE the third Arab country to open the full ties with Israel following Egypt and Jordan. Thank you.